Welcome, Chris from eBoost here. Today I want to ask you a question that most organizations are not asking themselves. Do you have the internal structure to manage agentic AI, or is your lack of process causing your AI tools to scale chaos? Because here's the reality. Gartner predicts more than 40% of agentic AI projects will be canceled by 2027. And the reason is not the technology. It is the absence of process, governance, and orchestration infrastructure behind it. I'm going to walk you through three things: why AI amplifies whatever process you already have, what the governance gap looks like in practice, and how to build the orchestration layer before you deploy. Okay, let's go. So here's the foundational misconception about AI. People think it fixes process problems. It does not. It inherits them. Let me give you a concrete example. I've been through this. A marketing team deploys an AI agent to automate campaign reporting. It pulls data from 3 platforms, merges it, generates a summary, works great in pilot. One person set it up, knew where the data inconsistencies lived, and worked around them. The moment that agent scales to the full department, every inconsistency surfaces. Different naming conventions across ad accounts, mismatched attribution windows, revenue that has not been reconciled. The agent processes all of it and delivers reports that look authoritative, but contain silent errors. Nobody catches it until a budget decision goes sideways. The agent did not create those problems, it inherited them. And unlike a human, it did not flag the issues. It treated them as a process. This is what I mean by scaling chaos. If you do not have the standardized data pipelines, documented decision criteria, and clear ownership before you automate it, the AI will bake every shortcut and workaround into its operation at machine speed. The second layer of risk is a gap between how fast organizations are deploying AI agents and how slowly they are building oversight. The numbers tell the story. Only 21% of organizations have mature governance for AI agents, but 74% are planning agentic deployments in the next 2 years. That is a 53-point gap between intent and readiness. On the security side, only 18% of security leaders are confident their identity management systems can handle agent identities. Nearly half of organizations are still using static API keys or shared service accounts, autonomous systems with persistent monitored access running 24/7. But there's the part that concerns me most. The most dangerous failure mode is not single catastrophic error. It is behavioral drift. Agent behavior evolves incrementally as models update, prompts get refined, and the execution paths adapt. Without monitoring that tracks what agents are doing and why, you lose control so gradually that nobody sounds alarmed until the damage is already embedded in your operations. If you never documented how decisions are supported to be made, you have no baseline to audit the AI agent. The AI agent becomes a process, and when it drifts, there's nothing to catch the deviation. The fix is not to slow down here. The opportunity is real. The fix is to build the orchestration layer before you deploy on top of it. I break this into 3 components. First, process documentation. Before an agent touches workflow, map it. Define the inputs, the decision criteria, the outputs, and the human checkpoints. This is a specification document that tells the AI what correct looks like. Without it, you cannot evaluate whether the agent is performing or drifting. Second, governance infrastructure. Clear ownership of every agent. Monitoring systems that track decisions and outputs. Escalation protocols for when behavior deviates. AI answers that are becoming business decisions, and they need to be governed that way. Third, stage deployment. Do not go from 50% pilot to a 5,000 person rollout without building infrastructure in between. Expand from sandbox to single team, then to department, then to organization. Validate process alignment at each level before scaling. The organization getting this right treat AI deployment like an operational infrastructure project. Requirements, testing, stage rollouts, monitoring. The ones getting it wrong treat it like a software purchase, install and hope. So let's recap. 1. AI does not fix the process problems. It amplifies them at machine speed. 2. Governance gap is massive, with 74% planning deployments, but only 21% having mature governance. 3. Build the orchestration layer first is process documentation, governance infrastructure, and stage deployment. The 40% failure rate Gartner predicts is a process problem, not a technology problem. The team that invests in structure first will capture the full value. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe. See you next time. Thank you.